Okay, they say that there's no coal dust that comes from that. But now, when we was in the lawsuit and we were up here with their lawyers, the dust just poured up out of the top of it. Well, they're still telling us there's no dust coming out of it. We've been up here and we have filmed the dust that's come out of that. And they've told the DEP there is no dust that's coming out of there. But we have seen it with our own eyes.
The dome is the size of a baseball field. The cost of it, so they tell us, was $1.4 million. That is the third dome that they've had to put up because two of them have bursted. Inside of it is a pit where the coal goes down into that pit and it travels up belt lines, and there's a dozer in there keeps the coal pushed up into piles, and the coal was coming in so fast and they wouldn't slow it down, and he couldn't keep it pushed back fast enough, and so he ran the dozer into the side of the dome and it ruptured it. On below this dome, traveling that way, traveling west, there's 6 open stockpiles.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears while we all sub sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song of sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more.
And these sprinklers are supposed to have been on automatic, but it's not on automatic. They turn them on and off whenever they want to.
I'll tell you when they really come on is when they know the DEP's on the way over here to do an inspection tour.
Pauline, come here, come here. They see us out here.
Is
come here.
The light on?
Come here. They've got the
They put the sprinklers on.
They've seen us. They've seen us.
Pull in.
Oh, here comes the other cannon on.
Tell me what kind of a mine this is up here, where they're mining this coal.
Well, this coal is
they're not mining any coal here right now.
Beltline.
This is all being shipped in here from somewhere else. This mine's worked out.
Being shipped in here from where?
From Twilight and Blue Pennant.
The belt line.
The belt line goes underground straight back through that way over to Twilight. Right. And there's a belt line goes that way, which goes into Blue Pennant, and they've got about 8 or 10 operations working in Blue Pennant. The belt line on the other end of this town that crosses the river connects in with the Blue Pennant belt line, and it is shipped down here. They made this into a loading place for coal.
Yeah, loading dock.
And they haul it in here in trucks. And did you know for $10 million they could have made this dust-free?
Now I'm confused. Sylvester won their lawsuit against the coal company. The stockpile is covered with a dome, and my friends are telling me that they are still covered in coal dust. We drove over to Pauline's sister's house.
This is one of our favorite spots when we were doing the dust runs for the DEP. So I'm going to show you what we're going to get off of this grill. This is all the time that we wipe. This is black.
That's unbelievable.
It is. This is what we're breathing. This is what we are cleaning.
This here is the reason that we bought the lawsuit against Elk Run Mining, because of the fact that this is what we're living here in the town of Sylvester. This is what our families and our friends and our neighbors are being exposed to. And this is why we took them to court, was in order to get this stopped. I mean, the judge, which ruled over the case, refused to let us take 32 violations into court on Massey Energy because of emptying black water spill from an impoundment into the riverway here, and they refused to let us use them. He just casually referred to them as parking tickets. Then they said that was why that they could not give us any punitive damages. So all we got was comprehensive damages. What we got was pennies. We had our homes appraised, and our homes appraised for 10% of the value that they were before this all started at Elk Run Mining.
My home was appraised $144,000. Because of this right here, I'm sitting in a home now that's worth $12,000. I have no inheritance for my kids. $12,000 wouldn't build a garage. $12,000 wouldn't bury me.
But they're good neighbors. They advertise in the paper about what sweet, wonderful neighbors they are.
Yeah.
God forbid if we ever get a bad one.
We're a good neighbor, and for the sake of the kids.
Tell me what this is.
This is a dust monitor.
This is supposed to tell them how much dust we're getting.
And is
That's
dust
a good thing. We haven't figured it out yet, and they haven't told us.
is dust going in there with a lid on it?
I doubt it.
I doubt it very much, don't you? Isn't this the biggest joke?
They're supposed to pick this up once every month and figure out how much dust we're getting here. We can't even get an answer.
They won't tell
from
you.
our dust expert that figured out this conglomeration
From Pennsylvania.
because he won't answer the phone.
So we don't know.
So what
have no
happened with
idea.
him? What happened to him? Yet we have to stand and breathe this every day of our life. We can't come out and socialize in our yards. We can't have barbecues in our yards, because if we do, we eat this on top of it. We can't hang our clothes out here on the line to let them dry, because they have this on them when we take them in.
One last question. Is somebody responsible for enforcing the law?
Yes, somebody's responsible.
Governor.
Our governor should make them enforce the law. That's the one that is failing the people.
That's right.
Right there is our big problem.
Our representatives in Washington should be speaking up for us.
Right.
They know what's going on down here. But instead of being in cahoots with it, they should be opposing it. Our governor knows what's going on down here because he has a full-fledged letter written by us telling him what's going on down here. In fact, he asked us to write it to him, but he hasn't had the decency to give us a response to it. And
It's been 2 years ago.
they know what's going on here. They are not blind. In fact, they're part of what's going on here. And this is the part that irritates you, that makes you very, very angry, and to realize that we're being discriminated against. What else do you call it? My husband is deceased now. I pay the insurance on my home. I pay the upkeep of my home, but I cannot protect my home. Why? What has the state of West Virginia become?
And you know, I think it's really sad. Her husband, my husband, both was in World War II. Her husband's a prisoner, and my husband was wounded. He received a Purple Heart for our country. And now we're out here fighting these people to save our homes